Hey ambitious professionals, it's Linda Rayner of lindarayner.com, guiding you to a career and life you'll truly enjoy. And today I am going to talk to you about 5 key signs that it might be time for you to leave your current job or company and to know whether you're ready to move on to something else. As a career strategist, I've had the honor of being able to help numerous professionals land their dream job offers. And so if this is something that you're interested in working with me one-on-one, I can give you details about that at the end of this video. So you've been at your current job for the last little while, and lately you've been getting an internal nudge within you that perhaps it's time for you to start looking outside of your organization and that maybe you want to leave your current job. And maybe you're right. Maybe it's time for you to leave. But just so that you are absolutely sure that it's time for you to leave, here are 5 key signs that you should look out for. Sign number 1 that you're ready to leave: you're not learning anything new. This is by far one of the biggest indicators that it's potentially time for you to leave. But yet, some people are very comfortable in being in a role where they know exactly what they're doing and they're not learning anything new. But if you're watching this video as an ambitious professional, I'm pretty sure that you are likely not one of those people. Instead, not being able to learn something new is likely only causing boredom and frustration for you every day at work. If you really want to advance your career, then learning new things, gaining new experiences, working on complex projects aren't only going to be able to help you to progress your career, but it's going to help to keep it interesting for you. So if you haven't learned anything new lately in your job and you've made efforts to try to gain new experiences, work on different projects, and still you're not being offered those opportunities, then that is likely a sign that perhaps you're ready to leave. Sign number 2. You regularly feel drained. Do you get this slightly unhappy, uneasy feeling each morning when you know you have to get up to go to work? And when you're not at work and you're at home or elsewhere, do you get anxiety when you think about having to go to work the next day? Or do you feel good about your job and you know that you're there to make a difference and you sense purpose in what you do? If you're regularly feeling drained from your job, then that is bound to have a negative impact on the rest of your life, personally at home. And even when I talk about myself, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I am the type of person that if I'm not happy with the work that I do, then I'm not happy, period. And this could be how you feel as well. Work is a place where you spend the majority of your weekdays. So if you're not happy when you're there for those 8 hours or 10 hours, however long you're spending, then you really got to reevaluate if it's the right place for you. And it's not that we identify ourselves with our work to the point where it takes over everything, but work does take out a good chunk of our time in our lives. And so we want to be happy in it. So really take care of yourself and be honest. If you're finding that you're feeling drained, depressed, and frustrated, then it's a good sign that it's time to go. Sign number 3. You've been in this job for a good amount of time. Now, the length of time that's considered good is subjective, and it depends on the industry, the role, and the company that you're in. But I'd say if you have been at your company for several years now, and you're feeling signs 1 and 2, then this is also an indicator that it might be a good time for you to leave and find something better. Now, if you've only been at your job for several months and you're already wanting to leave, then I would say that you would want to assess yourself with caution and ask yourself why it is that you're wanting to leave so quickly. Now, if you found that this has been a pattern for you where you're leaving every few months for another position or that you just didn't enjoy the job, then that is an issue because that is going to hinder your opportunities moving forward of being able to find a full-time position where they'll feel that you'll actually stay. But if this is a one-off situation where you've been working at other companies in other positions for several years at a time, and now you've landed into a new position that you're really recognizing is not the right one for you, then perhaps it is the right choice for you to leave, especially if you're feeling signs 1 and 2 as well. Now, if this is an opportunity where you're still learning new things, and that's likely the case because it's probably a new position if you've only been there in the last few months, then it's a situation where you should reconsider leaving and stick it out for a little while longer just so that you can confirm for yourself that there is absolutely no value add in you staying there. But if you're learning new things, you might as well stick it out a little bit while longer. Sign number 4, you know what your next job looks like, and it ain't here. If you've been doing your research, you know your value and you know the exact type of job that you can get with the skills and experiences that you currently possess, then those are all indicators pointing you in the direction of potentially leaving for that type of opportunity. Because if you know that that opportunity exists out there, but it doesn't exist in the current company that you're at, then it's time for you to reconsider staying and leave and find something better. But do take this piece of advice that I'm going to share with you. If you are going to leave for any opportunity, be very clear on what type of job you want to leave for next. Be very clear on what it is that that role is going to provide for you and what you're able to provide for that role. Be very clear on what it is that you want to do next. Because I have seen so many situations where people don't think it through. They don't think through the next job that they want to take. They just jump to another position because it happens to be available. And they realize that that position is actually worse than the position that they were in. Maybe they're doing less than what they were doing before, or they're actually at a lower level, more junior than what they were doing before, or the job isn't challenging enough, or whatever. Please be very clear on what it is that you want to get into next before you make that move. That's going to ensure that you find the right opportunity that matches exactly what you're looking for. My motto is that you should never be running away from an opportunity. It should always be that you're running towards another better opportunity. And finally, sign number 5. You just feel ready to leave. This is just a gut feeling that deep down inside of you, you know that you've been staying in your current company and job for way too long and that you shouldn't be here anymore. At the end of the day, we all have to go through change in life, and now you recognize that it's time for you to close this chapter and to start a new one. So there you have it. Those are my 5 signs to determine whether or not you're ready to leave your current job and to move on to something else. Now, if you're someone who's been on this path of searching for a new job for the last little while, you've been going on interviews but you haven't been getting job offers, and you realize that you need one-on-one professional guidance, then feel free to reach out to me. Head on over to my website, lindarainer.com/standoutgethired, read through the page, fill out the application form, and one of my team members will be reaching out to you if we decide that you are a potential match for my program, and from there we'll discuss directly. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with your friends. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.